Alrighty, fellas. Looks like we are a go here. Of course, we got a trailer tonight. Now, I'm not too sure if my internet is going to be able to hold. I've been having a couple of internet issues today, so I mean, if the stream is laggy or anything like that, then please let me know in the chat. Actually, we have a lot of comments here. Wow, the stream didn't even start. We got like a whole book worth of comments here. All right, let's start from the top. We have M Mono in here saying, I think it's going to be new Fallen Heroes. Yeah, I've actually heard that too. I've heard some people saying it could be Fallen Heroes or it could be just new heroes from a new game. And if that's the case, I really hope it's Engage. It's been long enough, man. Let's get some Engage stuff going. Oh, I forgot to start the audio, by the way. Let's go ahead and play that right now. Ludiger Krez says, it better be Fallen and not Engage. I can never tell. Like, I always get confused and mixed up when the Fallen Heroes banner is. Sometimes it's in April. Sometimes it's in May. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know what the schedule is with that. All right, Giratina Light says Fallen is next month, though, before Brides. I think that's true. I think that's how it goes. Lord Lopez also wants the Engage banner. Okay, maybe we scrolled up a little bit much. Let's come back down to the present. Let's see what's going on down here. All right, we got Lindius, my man. What's good? Dank Tree. What's up, Tacho? Hey, Dank Tree. What's going on, man? Okay, let's take a look at what we have to do here. We have, of course, Resident Battles and Arena Assaults. I already did AR today, so we don't have to worry about that. Speaking of which, surprisingly, my defense has been doing all right. We only took a -40, which is fine by me. Everything else was a success, which is kind of rare. Like this defense, I made it when Emblem came out, and I haven't really changed it much. But it's pretty easy to deal with this, so I might actually have to update this at some point. The double Emblem Cav line thing has been figured out already, so I'm surprised to see it doing so good right now, but I mean, I'm not going to complain. Okay, Binding Worlds, I already did this today, so we don't have to worry about this. And then Tempest. We don't really need to do this. I got the 50k, so I got all the rewards already, so that's fine. Oh, also, I think I have a free summon to do. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. I think they dropped a new banner today, so okay, of course, I didn't get the Fate Pass yet. I don't even know if I will. We'll see. If there's another banner that I really want to spark on, then maybe. I still got like 3 weeks to think about it, so we'll definitely give it some more thought. Okay, here it is. This is the rerun of last year's Children banner. So we have... What do we have here? We got Leon. Actually, I was trying to get Leon to +10. I think I have him at like +8 or +9. Then we have Baby Larichel, of course, really good fodder. We have the Baby Tana, who... someone played I Got Your Nose with this Baby Tana, and they forgot to give her nose back, apparently. And then we have this duo over here. They're going to be pretty sick with a refine, actually. Their weapon is very interesting. They have, like, Aether Lights on every attack. So they reduce defense, and they recover HP based on damage dealt. This will be a pretty cool unit with a refine, but they're probably still a ways away. Actually, hold on. Let me check my Baby Leon real quick. Let's see how many merges I have on him. I don't even know if I still have him in here, though. I might have put him in the... Yeah, wow. I put him away in the box because I stopped using him. Let's see. All right, Baby Leon, where are you? See how many merges we have on that kid. All right, here he is. Oh, wow, +9. Okay, so if we can get this one copy on the free pull, we'll get him to +10 right here. All right, epic. Let's go for it. Okay, we did get a lone blue orb. Let's see if we can get the +10 on this guy. All right, come on, Leon. Let's see it. Ah. That one hurt. Okay, we got Silas. All right, sure. We'll take Silas. Never going to complain about getting more reposition fodder. Alright, so the +10 Baby Leon dream is dead. And I think that's basically it. That's all the other free pulls that I had. So, okay, we'll just wait until tonight for the trailer to come out. The Miss NC fan, if I'm saying that right. I got a young Larichel on the first circle, so I hope you have the same sort of luck. Unfortunately, I didn't have the same sort of luck, but I'm glad you got young Larichel, though, because I would actually say she's probably the best unit on the banner. I still use this Larichel even today, because her staff is just so good. You get the res -6, you get the attack and speed up 6, and then you inflict the flash effect. So just a very good baby overall, very strong baby here. And then she's got the best fodder, too. She has Far Trace and Rescue and stuff like that. So, definitely my pick. If you're going to just try to get one unit on the banner, probably go for her. All right, Lindia says, so close. Yeah, we were so close, but so far away. Danktree says, how did you feel about the Xenologue DLC for Engage Tacho? I don't know, because I didn't play it. I did not buy any of the DLC for Engage. I don't know why. I just feel like it's a little overpriced. I think Wave 1 was like $30 and you get 6 Bond Rings or something like that. Not Bond Rings, the 6 Emblem Rings. And then you get like a bunch of resources. I don't really care too much for resources. I just care more for content. I guess the paralog maps that come with the Emblem Rings are content as well. So maybe I'll get it eventually if I feel like it. If I feel like doing another run on Engage. But I did my one run on Lunatic Plus. Not Lunatic Plus. On Maddening, no DLC, no Fae DLC. And I was pretty satisfied with that. I thought it was a pretty good experience. Game is very well balanced. As long as you're not cheating with DLC. So that was fun. Alright, CMA says the dream is not dead. You can try a few times. I feel it is worth it to +10 him. I mean, it might be. He'll probably get a refine, actually, because he is a seasonal unit with a perf weapon, ain't he? I feel like there is a chance he could get a refine, so we'll see, man. Maybe it'll happen, but who knows. All right, we've been rambling on quite a bit. Let's go ahead and hop in and start getting these runs in. All right, we'll go ahead and start things off with the dreaded TMS round in RB. I don't know why they did this. Like, why would they choose this game to be an actual category? They have 4 freaking units, man. And they're never getting another banner, so... like, why? I don't understand. Okay, there's the Dancer Veil all the way in the back there. And there are the boots over there. This is actually one of the more tricky maps I find, because all these mountains are very obstructive. So, let's see. What do we want to do here? we actually have to be cautious about Ray, surprisingly, because he has effective against Cavs. I guess we can start by just sending what's-her-face, Corin up top. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. All right, Zachary Facet, what's up, man? I need Special Spiral 3 before I give Special Spiral 4 and rearmed Ophelia's Tome. Who do you plan to give it to? There's a lot of good choices for that. I mean, I feel like Special Spiral 4 is just the best beast skill, period. Whoever you give it to is going to be good. The Miss NC fan says, if the New Heroes banner isn't interesting to you, maybe you could try again for Young Leon. I have mine max merged and built, and he's still super good. I do remember thinking he was pretty good at the time, which is why I attempted to +10 him. I'm sure he's still pretty solid, but just comparing him to what units are doing nowadays, it's just a little embarrassing. The power creep has gone way too far. All right, Zachary Facet said he gave it to Resplendent Lena. Okay, yeah, I can see that. Not a bad choice for it, seeing as how she's just a mage nuke anyway. Captious Critic, what's up, man? It's been a hot minute, I feel like, since I've read a comment from Captious Critic. One of the OGs, too, from the channel. He used to comment a lot more. Tier lists without the T at the end there. He's responding to Mr. Fox there. And they never get another banner. Tacho 1 hour before their next banner. I'm assuming we're talking about Engage there, right? Yeah, I really don't know what the holdup is with the Engage banners. I feel like by this point, after 3 houses had came out. We already had like 3 or 4 banners for 3 houses, including the seasonals, that is, right? Because they did a whole bunch of seasonal units for 3 houses right at the start. So I really don't understand why they're waiting so long on Engage, especially after they put out all the DLC already. It felt like they were in a real rush to get the DLC out. Alright, Zachary says his Lilina's at +7. Not a difficult unit to get to +10. She's pretty easy to pull. So in due time, Zachary, just keep patient. Protospark says, who knows, maybe we get 5 more TMS units today. That'd be dope. I mean, they still do pretty good in Choose Your Legends, right? I believe a couple of TMS units were in the top 20 for Choose Your Legends, so the demand is still there. People do want TMS. UT Luca says, I want my boy Toma, a redheaded hero cutie. I think Toma is the guy that reminds me of that one dude from Hyrule Warriors. What's his name again? Man, I can't even remember what his name was. I think it was Zolga or something. Basically, he's just a red-looking, dragoon-looking guy. And he reminds me of Toma from TMS. CMA says, Duo Alphonse is so good with Special Spiral 4. I can imagine. His refine is amazing. He was my first choice. Yep. Definitely not a bad choice. If you choose Alphonse, you will not choose wrong. With a skip and a hop, he is one cool Kong. Alright, Carnivex says, Protospark, I agree. Would love TMS sessions. Please, that game still has potential. I should probably get on playing that game at some point. See, the thing is, though, I'm not really a big fan of Persona, so I hear the game is more based on Persona than it is on Fire Emblem. So I'm not too sure how much I would like it. Alright, we got Oblivion in the house. What's up, man? How's it cracking, Oblivion? You got your pre-order already for the Mega Man Battle Network collection? I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of itching to get my hands on that collection after all the hype that's being built up around it. I really had the urge to just bust in Battle Network 3 Blue again and do another playthrough. That game is just so good. If you guys are looking to get a game collection, I would say definitely try out the Battle Network collection if you've never played those games before. They're just so good. I'll never get tired of Battle Network. It's mainly because there's just nothing else like it. It's one of a kind. There's really no other game that reminds me of Battle Network. And it's just so good. Oh boy, this actually kind of sucks. Hold on, let's go ahead and pop the infantry boots here. And then we'll get some bonus movement. Then we can go ahead and attack this guy, and we should be good after that. Oblivion says, I want to play Mega Man, but I don't. Oh, you know what also would be dope is a Mega Man X collection. I really like Mega Man X just as much. Well, maybe not as much as Battle Network, but man, Mega Man is a classic series. They have so many good games. And so many different types of series, too. Like, the original Mega Man Classic is like a side-scrolling shooter game. And then Mega Man X was similar to that, except it threw in a lot of the Ninja Gaiden mechanics where you can jump off of walls and stuff. And then Battle Network is like an RPG, kinda, with the most unique battle system you've ever seen, where you get chips from the enemies you fight, and then you can use them. That game is just special. I can't even stress it enough how good that game is. Alright, Linnea says, I wish I could play Mega Man Battle Network LC as well. I guess that's Legacy Collection. That's what that stands for. I mean, I say the collection, but really it's just Battle Network 3 and Battle Network 6 that I think stood out. 2 is kind of okay, but it's a little bit wonky. I know a lot of people really like the story in 2, which I think is also pretty good. But the gameplay is a little bit iffy at some spots. It's a little spotty. Whereas I feel like Battle Network 3 and 6 were just a clinic. From start to finish, it's just the most amazing gameplay experience you can get out of the Game Boy Advance. And I don't say things like that lightly, by the way. Rarely will I ever put a game over like Igavania or Pokemon or even Fire Emblem, especially the GBA Fire Emblems, but dog, those Battle Network games are just something else. Alright, iCard says, any unit is power crept after a week or two nowadays. Yes, pretty much. Chris says, what's up, Tacho? Did you spark on the Young Banner? I did not spark yet. I didn't even get the Fey Pass yet, which I was supposed to do. Maybe I'll get it eventually, but... Okay, we got Duo Mommy and Daddy right there. Followed by Duo Chrom, Yuri, and Peony. Okay, Asker is actually a problem here, because my arena team isn't exactly built to deal with him, but we have items that we can use, so we'll try that. Alright, let's see. What do we want to do here? I guess we'll just get our guys into position for the time being. Cosmic Omega says, Mega Man X4 was my jam. Yeah, the Mega Man X games are really good, too. You know which one I really liked, actually? There's this one on Game Boy Color called Mega Man Extreme. And it's basically like a remake of Mega Man X1 and 2, kinda. And that was my first introduction to Mega Man X, actually, because I had never, at that point, played the ones on the Super Nintendo until much later. So, my first introduction to Mega Man X was the Extreme version on the Game Boy Color. Zedwill Boss says, we have Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2. Not long after Mega Man 11. Oh, so we do have a collection already. I'm going to have to check it out then. Arturo de George says, Tacho, what do you think of the Mario movie? I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that it's pretty good. At least as far as a Mario movie goes. So I think that's pretty good. Like, how often is it that video games get good movies? Not too often, right? So definitely doesn't seem too bad to me. Okay, we're going to have to pop this Dancer Veil here. We'll probably use everything right now, because if I don't, we're just going to get jumped on the next turn. Oh, actually, can Lumera take on Chrom here? If Lumera can bait Chrom, I think I could just get her over there and we can have her deal with Yuri and then possibly Chrom also. I don't have null follow-up on her right now, but that shouldn't matter. I don't think. Huh. I'll be on the defense. Yeah, there's no way he's killing me in one hit, and then I'm going to body him with Spiral 4. So, I guess just put Lumera right there, get rid of Yuri. She'll bait Chrom, and then we just find a way to deal with Peony down there. Okay, let's try this. Let's go ahead and rally first on Lumera. She doesn't have to be in two spaces, right? Let's just double check that, because that's a very common thing that they do now. Oh, did I already goof this up? Yeah, I actually goofed up already. Wow. Okay, now it's a 50-50 on the Dancer's Veil. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, great. Oh, man. This is a pretty good scoring fight, too. I don't want to lose this one. I guess we'll just go for this. Let's get the attack off on Yuri with Lin. Alright, iCard says X already has collections. Wisdom says, what refine do you fear most, Tacho? Well, I don't fear this refine, but I really want Surtur to get his refine, because, I mean, back in the day, Surtur was my boy. One of my few plus 10s, actually my most cost-efficient plus 10 also. It took me a very little amount of orbs to get him done, so that would just be really good if I could manage to finish him off, get his refine, and hopefully it's a good one. Alright, we're gonna gamble on this. I know I probably shouldn't, but I can't come up with a better idea right now. Okay, luck smiled upon us. We got Lumera to get the second action there, so that's good. Put her right there to bait Chrom. Actually, is she going to even be able to bait him here? Okay, hold on. I might have to use the Lightning Charm, too. This is ridiculous. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and pop the Lightning Charm. Okay, so now we'll definitely get rid of... I mean, hopefully get rid of him in one shot. Kind of hard to say, but I'm sure Lumera can at least do... What does she have to do? 29 damage? Okay, certainly she can, right? And now we just bait Peony, I guess. Who's a good bait? Alright, well... Actually, should I have Chrom bait her? Yeah, probably Chrom. Yeah, let's leave it up to Chrom right here. And let's pray. Let's see if this goes good. Alright, come on, mommy. 13 damage. That's not going to cut it. Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, we... Or I guess I botched that because I'm the one playing here. Alright, so much for that, right? Alright, Games Master. What's up, man? Hello, Tacho. Wisdom says, oh no, near save in Surtur's C-slot sounds hard. Maybe some DR and extra stars in his weapon along with that would be scary. Alright, my leg just fell asleep, so I'm gonna stretch out a little bit before we do the next run here. Oh man, that feels so uncomfortable. I was sitting in a really bad position there. Probably my own fault. Alright, Chrono or Chronocos says, agreed, refine Surtur, you cowards. Yeah, I don't understand why they're so afraid of him. He's still banned from showing up in a couple of the player versus enemy modes. So, is there any reason at all for him to still be banned? Yeah, let's go ahead and just break some of these walls here. We got nothing to worry about. There's no dancer or any of that. Alright, Chris says Surtur gets both near and far save and does damage to opponents at the start of turn. I'm sure they're going to do something like that at some point. They're going to combine near save and far save into one skill. It'll probably be a perf skill for somebody, but like... I guarantee you they're going to do that. Fallen Chrono for the win. Or did he say Fallen Chrom? Ren Mojito says it's finally time for Fallen Chrom. I would agree. I mean, how long has Chrom been waiting for his? It's been quite some time, right? So, like, why not? Especially with all the crazy things that Chrom does these days. Oh. Alright, Leaf caught me off guard there, but we're going to just bop him here with Vital Astra. So, not a big deal, even though he got the jump on us. Alright, we should be perfectly good to go here. We'll just get rid of both of these clowns with Lin, and we are good. Sleeping limbs sting a lot. Yeah, iCards. Not really stings, but if I had to describe it, it feels like you got millions of ants crawling around under your skin whenever one of your body parts falls asleep. That's the sensation I get. Or like pins and needles inside your body. Alright, CMA says, well, same goes for Reinhardt, Hector, and Ophelia. Yeah, they're also on the do not refine list for some reason. I don't know what Insys is so afraid of. Come on, just... all they have to do is give Reinhardt, like, Death Blow 3, and that's it. They don't have to give him anything else. And it would be a better weapon, of course. It would be a good refine, but it wouldn't, like, break the game. It's not like Reinhardt being able to just get another extra 6 attack is game-breaking or anything. They're just so petrified of him. Ordinary Cheese Wizard says, I would love a goofy Fallen character like Fallen Linhardt, who's just awake but not evil. I mean, there's a lot of fun concepts they could do, but they just don't want to. Insys doesn't like fun very much, do they? Oh, Lucas has a save skill here. Which one is it? Near save? Alright, that's not a problem for us. I think we'll just go ahead and wipe them out with Corrin right here. I could just take 4 actions with Corrin with Azura and Corrin combined. So I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Epos Nix says, everyone's saying what they want, but we all know we're just getting another Edelgard. Come on, no more Edelgards. We have way more than enough for her. Our Ordinary Cheese says, Reinhardt called in a bomb threat to Insys, so he's on the do not refine list. Yeah, I mean, that seems to be what it is, right? Like, why else would they be so terrified of the guy? Oh, wow. Lindy can't get rid of Effie here? I bet you if we pop her harmonized skill, she can, right? So that one gives her a little bit of extra attack, I think. Yeah, it gives her Resonant Blades and special charging. Yep, okay, there we go. Alright, GS. Does GS stand for Golden Sun? Just a question there. I mean, it's been a while since I've thought about Golden Sun. Who's your favorite Engage character, Tacho? Well, I have 3. So, Ivy. Absolutely Ivy. Ivy is just awesome. Right? So, Ivy. Best waifu. I gave her the marriage ring in my first and only playthrough, so that goes to show I like Ivy. Alright, then next up is Gold Mary for me. She's just a walking riot. I love Gold Mary. She's funny. And she's hot, too, so there you go. And then Yunaka. Of course. Haya Papaya. She's just... she's a lot of fun, too. So those would be my top 3. Ivy's got the best voice acting, though. Like, Ivy's voice acting is straight up ASMR, man. Her voice actor needs a raise. Also, I really like their story. The Illusia arc in Engage might have been my favorite part of the story. Because that's where you do chapter 9 and 10, or... I can't remember if it was 9 and 10 or 10 and 11 where the thing happens. I mean, do I even need to bother, like, hiding spoilers at this point? Everyone's played the game by now, but, like... you know the thing that happens at, like, 9 and 10 or 10 and 11, whichever it is. Chapter 10, I think, is my favorite chapter in the game, where you fight Hyacinth and you fight the King of Brodia. I can't remember his name. He's like a fallen puppet. Basically, they brought him back to life and they took control of him. So, that chapter is awesome, especially for the point in the game where you do it, because you're really unprepared to deal with Hyacinth. His stat line is absurd at the time. Like, for I feel like all the bosses in Engage were just a bunch of chumps, except for Hyacinth on that one map. He's way OP at that point. And plus he has Lynn's Ring. So he's dropping like Astra Storms. He's dropping 5 doubles of himself all over the place. That guy is a problem on that map. So that was a really fun one. But other than that, like, I can't remember too many other points in the story where it was like super challenging like that. Alright, GS says Diamant, Yunaka, Alchrist, and Sadal are my favorites. Yeah, Yunaka is everyone's favorite, it seems. She's the most popular character. Sadal is up there as well. He's a pretty good dancer. Mizu, what's up, Mizu? Hiya, Papaya. Alright, Mizu, what's up? Wow, I'm taking quite a long time to do one fight here. Okay, let's go ahead and pop her duo skill, I guess. We can get gravity off on Veronica and some bonus movement. I wasted Ninian's secondary dance already, too. That was dumb of me. Probably shouldn't have did that, but okay. Alright, let's just get rid of Yuri here. Lindia says, I literally put my ear pods above my ear. Your ear pods go in your ear, not above them, bro. Alright, GS says... Oh, I never saw if GS commented about Golden Sun. Hold on, let me scroll up a bit. Alright, GS stands for Gareth Smith, my name. Oh, okay, alright, man. Now, when I see GS, the first thing I think of is either Golden Sun or, like, Pokemon Gold and Silver. You guys remember the GS ball? That's why the, like, GS would make me think of Pokemon there. I always wondered what the deal was with the GS ball, by the way. I don't think they ever figured it out. It was, like, one of the biggest mysteries in the anime. They had the GS ball, and then they gave it to Kurt to try to open it. And they just never finished that plot line. Okay, next fight here. We got 4 more to go, basically. I should probably do some mulligans to get some better scores here. But I'm too lazy at the moment. Whatever, we'll just go in and gun it however we have it. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and do this. Yeah, something like this, sure. Alright, Lindia says 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes until, well, at this point, 27 minutes until the trailer. Joseph Connolly says, Tacho is a sophisticated Ivy enjoyer. Yeah, I like a lot of things about her. Her voice acting, I think, is the best in the game. Her story, I thought, was the best in the game, too. You fight her a couple of times, actually, before you actually get to recruit her. And all of those times, I enjoyed what she had to say. I mean, she starts off kind of like a baddie, but she's not really a baddie. She's just trying to follow orders. And then you recruit her, and she helps you out. And she helps you out when you really need it, too, on Chapter 11. And then you get her and Kagetsu. She has the best retainers, too, by the way. Kagetsu and Zelkov, I really like both of them. Ivy just stay winning, man. Ivy is the best in all regards. Huh. I don't know why I'm so afraid of this. Like, what am I wasting time here for? Let's just start getting some KOs in. Alright, that should be good for now. We'll just take them out one by one, I guess. Oh. I was afraid this guy was going to jump to Veronica. Okay, thank God he doesn't have any jump skills. Alright, we should be good then. Sweater Puppy says, if it's engaged, then we're probably getting Brodia. I mean, maybe. I think... Okay, so the first one that we got was Alfred and Salene's thing, right? Well, I forgot what their country was called. And then the next one should be Brodia, because that's the second country we visit. And then probably Elusia after that, and then Solm, etc., etc. If they decide to go in order anyway. But we did get Timera on the Asker April Fool's video. So a lot of people are speculating Timera, or just Solm in general, might be the next Engage banner whenever we get it. Zelkov is overrated. Zelkov is literally just as good as Yunaka, except he's already leveled up for you, pretty much. I mean, they're both actually all the dagger units are pretty good in Engage. I was actually shocked how good the dagger units were. But yeah, it's either Zelkov or Yunaka. You can choose, or just use all three. I mean, you can use Marin, Yunaka, and Zelkov if you want. There's not really much of a detriment to doing that. But if we're talking like Zelkov versus Yunaka one-on-one, I maybe just slightly as a unit, I like Zelkov better. Oh, wow. I really shouldn't have chosen this team for this map. We got the trench lockdown here. All right, good job, Tacho, picking the anti-cav map with the cavalry team. Okay, hopefully nothing horrible happens here. Okay, it's really difficult to get in on Crom. I guess we'll just go for this. Alright, Zedwill Boss says Zelkov is literally better Yunaka in terms of gameplay. They're about equal. I mean, availability is a thing too, so you do get Yunaka way earlier, and she holds up. She's one of the few units that you get really early on that holds up. There's not a lot of units that do that. So already that is a benefit in her favor. But it's really strong, though, still. Getting Zelkov at that point in the game with as high of stats as he has. Engage might be like one of the few... It might be the only Fire Emblem game where the pre-promotes are just better than everybody else. At least on Maddening, anyway. I found myself using every pre-promote almost when I was playing my Maddening run. It's like every 5 seconds the game gives you a better character than the ones you were using. Mine and Adventure says, wish all the characters in Engage weren't annoying as fuck. Who's annoying, though? I mean, you're not talking about Ivy, are you? What's annoying about Ivy? She's awesome. Now, Hortensia, though. Okay, I'll give you Hortensia. She's annoying. Zelkov can't be annoying. Guy literally says nothing. Joseph Connolly says Mercer is for sure Ganon. There's another mystery voice that sounds just like Dimitri and Zelda. Oh, you guys talking about the new Zelda game now? Okay. What's it called again? Tears of the Kingdom, I think. It looks pretty interesting. But one thing I will say, though, is that it looks like more of Breath of the Wild, which is a good thing. Breath of the Wild is an awesome game. But nothing they showed so far really, like, struck me as, okay, this is new. This is something that I never expected to happen or anything like that. It's all, like, it seems, as long as you played Breath of the Wild, you should know what to expect, I feel. So that's good. That's definitely a good thing, considering I love Breath of the Wild. But all I'm saying is maybe they could have, tried something a little different, maybe. Oh. Someone could get danced right there and then come down 3 spots. I might have jumped the gun there. Okay, hopefully we don't get bombarded by Azura dancing somebody. Alright, thank God it was Ike and not Byleth there. I was afraid she was going to dance Byleth for a second. Alright, Mizu says, my only annoying unit is Hortensia. Yeah, like, the problem with Hortensia, I don't really mind her that much. It's just that she's laying it on a little too thick. She's just trying way too hard to be cute. And it's not working. Right? So, like, maybe she could just tone it down a little bit. Sweater Puppy says, Amber, Hortensia, Alchrist. There's so many annoying voices. Okay. Alchrist, he did annoy me at one point, and that's when you first meet him. Where he jumps like 50 feet into the air, and he gets down on both knees, and he begs you for forgiveness. That was a little bit too anime for me. That was straight out of like a gag manga. What he did there. So I wasn't expecting that, but Alchrist, for the most part, I think he's okay. He's a fine character. Ordinary Cheese says, no, I love Amber, and his voice acting is so funny. I actually can't remember which character was Amber. Wasn't Amber the, Oh, man. Was Amber the other armored unit you get after... What's his face? I can't even remember the guy's name. The first armor unit you get that everyone thought was, like, so OP, and then he's actually kind of booty. I remember everyone was just raving about that guy. But then later you get the other armored unit. I can't remember their name. I think it might be Amber. And they're, like, sort of similar, but they're just a thick waifu, basically. Alright, Linkan says Amber is the alpaca guy. Oh, I actually don't even remember who that is then. So who is Amber? The alpaca guy, huh? That does not ring a bell for some reason. Alright, Mr. Green says, no, that's Jade. Okay, yeah, Jade, that's the one I was thinking of. The other armored unit. Oblivion says, anytime an Amber support popped up, I had to decide if I wanted to torture myself and listen to it. I feel like there's a lot of redheads in Engage. I keep on mixing them up. So, like, Pandreo's a redhead. Diamant's a redhead. There's definitely a whole bunch more. Like, red or orange hair. It seems like they did a lot of those. Alright, GS says Louis. Yeah, Louis was the first armored guy. Everyone thought he was busted. Because they probably played on, like, normal or hard. Take it from me. If you're playing on Maddening, you cannot get away with using Louis for more than, like, the first 8 chapters. He will get doubled by everything, and he's going to get killed. He'll get killed by the physical units, too. You think he has a lot of defense? He really doesn't when the enemies are coming at you with silver weapons and nonsense already. Alright, last fight. Let's go ahead and get it in. What does that say? Puffin Ball? Am I reading that name right? Puffin Ball? He showed up during Brodia's defense. Oh, that's Amber? Oh, Amber is the other retainer, right? That's who he's the cavalry guy, isn't he? Okay, yeah, now I remember who Amber is. He comes with Diamant on the chapter where you first fight Ivy. Yeah. Bro, I have like short-term memory loss or something. I literally played this game like a month or two ago and I already forgot everything about it. Alright, Linkan says, I'm saving orbs for Vale, but I feel she will take a lot to get added with this many banner weights. Oh, we could get Vale on the Fallen banner. Vale would be a decent pick for a Fallen hero, I guess. Okay, we got no Dancer here. We have Duma. Actually, can we beat Duma? I don't know if this team can beat Duma. Yeah, wow, this is going to be rough. Alright, I guess for the time being, we'll try to deal with everybody else. Duma's a problem, though. The only thing I can think is, like, maybe get him with Lysithia's harmonic skill. We'll get bonus doubler on her, and maybe she can power through him. But I would doubt that. Oh, geez, Yuri is a problem, too. What is going on here, man? These enemies are giving us a lot of trouble out of nowhere. Alright, iCard says, shows how memorable the game was. Alright, come on. I enjoyed it when I played it. I didn't have a problem with it. The story is not particularly great, but it's also funny in a way. It's just like Fire Emblem, the anime. That's the best way I can describe it. So, I didn't have a problem with it. I know a lot of people said the story sucked, but I would actually say it's the opposite. I like the shorter stories that don't really feel like they're shoehorned in or they're like force-feeding you this long-ass story. I like my stories to be short and to the point. Alright, yeah, maybe let's wait for him to get off the defense tile and then we can take him. Alright, let's see here. Of course. He's just going to stay there forever. And now we can't even do anything about Veronica either. Now look what's happening, guys. Oh, boy. Alright, let's give it another turn. I guess maybe he'll move up. Okay, there we go. Finally. Oh, wow. Not bad, Lysithia. She comes pretty close. Let's pop the duo skill there. And, yep, okay. Alright, Lysithia to the rescue. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think she was going to be able to do it, but... Alright, there we go. Oblivion says the story was by far my least favorite part of the game. I mean, it's not even meant to be taken seriously, though, so I can't really fault them for it. It seems like they just knew it was a joke, so they went all in with it being a joke. At least the story knew its role, right? It knew its place. It didn't try to overextend or anything like that. Okay, we got our run-in. Pretty good score, actually. That should be top 100. Oh, I guess I stand corrected. Alright, top 300. Wow, the score creep went up pretty high, huh? That's interesting. Yeah, usually a score like this would be like top 200 at least. We're not even that. Alright, sure. Okay, we still got 11 minutes until go time for trailers, so we'll just go ahead and do some Tempest Trial runs, I guess. Burn out some of the stamina here. And we'll just read some comments. Alright, Lindius says, that is a troll. Who's trolling? Don't let me catch you trolling. Not in my chat. Alright, let's turn off the animations here. We don't need to be seeing that for auto battle. Arturo says, hey Tacho, when are you going to play DLC for Engage? Zephia is now playable, who is called Celestia. Oh, they have a playable Zephia? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really keep up too much with the DLC. I just watched the trailer for Wave 2, and that was it. So I don't really know who the characters are or any of that. I do remember, though, the evil saline, though. That was funny. Oblivion says, yeah, at least it wasn't Fates. Okay, yeah, Fates is an example of a story that just gets obnoxious. Did they really need to sell the same game 3 times? Just to shoehorn the story? Especially when the gameplay, I've never played it, but I've heard the gameplay in Conquest, at least, is superb. So, did they really need to release 3 versions of Fates? Probably not. Luis Ortiz, hey Tacho, looking sexy tonight. Hey man, Luis, you the one who's looking sexy tonight. Don't take that out of context, chat, by the way. That's just my intro. You guys already know. Alright, iCards. Koei Tecmo should write more stories. 3 Houses seem to be the standout for story. Oh, no, iCards. Talking about Tellius there. Tellius might have the best story I think I've ever seen in a video game, period. It's so good. It's like the perfect story. The way they just cover like all sorts of relevant topics, I don't even know. I can't. Tellius is too good. I'm not worthy. If you've never played Tellius and you're a Fire Emblem fan, if you started playing with Awakening or 3 Houses or whatever, you need to play Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. And play it just for the story, by the way, because gameplay-wise, I'll admit, it may be my favorite game, but it's not really the best from a gameplay perspective. I find the Tellius games to be way too easy, because Ike is just busted beyond belief. But it's not really a Fire Emblem game that was trying to be about gameplay. It was more just trying to be about the story. And they succeeded. They did a really good job there. Jugdril would like a word. Okay, 4 has a good story too, but man, Tellius is just better. Fight me. Them's fighting words. I don't care. If you disagree, put them up. Chris says we're all smexy. Yes, Chris, everyone in my chat is sexy. That's why you're all here. That's why I like you guys. Alright, Luis Ileska Matus. Forgive my terrible accent. LOL, Oblivion about to start a war. Oh boy, what's going on with Oblivion here? Tellius is better than Fodlan for sure. Oh, that's not even a question. Fodlan is just... it's too ambitious. It's trying to go way outside of its own comfort zone. Whereas Tellius, it just... everything clicked. You play Path of Radiance, then you play Radiant Dawn, and it's the perfect 2-piece combo. Cass Reed says, I have strong attachment to Blazing Blade since it's the first one I played. Yes, FE7 was the first one a lot of us played, I would imagine. Very good game. One of the better ones, too. It's like... I may not consider it the best, but I do think that Fire Emblem 7 is probably the best starting game for anyone. Wisdom says, Oblivion started the war, Tacho is fighting in it now. Nah, man. Me and Tellius go way back. I was a Tellius stan before... since like 2007. Since Radiant Dawn came out. Or was it 2006? I can't remember. I remember though, on opening day when Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn came out. This is a funny story, but I told my sister to go to GameStop and get the game for me. And she did it, and she came back. And it was on a Friday, I think, and... She came back with the game, and I played it like all weekend. I just played it from start to finish. I beat the game in one weekend. And that's something I'm never going to forget, because that was the most fun I ever had playing a game. All right, Oblivion says, I like Fodlan a lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's not Tellius. I mean, I like Fodlan enough to play one route. I would have played the other routes too if it wasn't for the annoying opening part of the story that they make you redo every single time. I think if they're going to have a new game plus feature, they could at least have the common courtesy to cut the opening section out, right? So you can just jump right into the new story every time you play, instead of just redoing all of that useless crap. Chronic Girl Picker says, also the Academy arc blows. Yes, I just went on a little rant about that. Tellius is actually the West's FE4 when you think about it. I mean, FE4, my problem with FE4 is not really the story, it's just the maps are too long for their own good. If you guys think engage maps are long on Maddening, and I've seen people play Maddening and they take like 2 to 3 hours to clear one map, depending on which one it is, considering all the reinforcements. If you think Engage has long maps, play Fire Emblem 4 and see what happens. It's like you're doing 4 or 5 chapters in one map. It's crazy. I'm sure they're going to streamline that, though, when they do the inevitable Fire Emblem 4 remake. GS says the playtime in Radiant Dawn is also great. There's like 4 parts. Yeah, Chapter 3 or Part 3 Endgame, I can never remember which one it is. The one right before everyone gets petrified by Ashura. That's my favorite chapter ever in Fire Emblem. It's like the Battle of the 5 Armies, like some medieval Lord of the Rings shit. So there's like 5 separate armies fighting. And it's not a root the enemy or like kill the boss kind of map or anything like that. It's all story driven. So every time 10 enemies fall in battle from any of the armies, you get more of the story going on in the background. It's just so well done. It's so fantastic. All right, we got 2 more minutes to go till trailer. Mine Adventure says FE4 is so fun because of their huge maps. I'm going to agree to disagree on that. I wasn't a fan of the big maps. I probably wouldn't have minded it as much if 7 and 6 I didn't play before. Because I had played the GBA games before I played the Super Nintendo and the NES ones. And I like playing those where everything is so neat and streamlined and it's very short and to the point, and then you play FE4 and it's like you're running a gauntlet every chapter. It's a little bit much. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that. All right, Luca says 3 more minutes. Jim Nutt says Tibarn went hard in Radiant Dawn. Yeah. See, the problem is in Radiant Dawn, it's just too easy because you get so many busted units. Especially at the end of the game when you get all the Lagoos. Chronic Girl Picker says Radiant Dawn is honestly one of the worst games I've ever played. Good story, but it sucks so hard to play. Wouldn't recommend without save states. Okay, as long as you admit the story is good, that's fine with me, man. That's Gucci, because I will admit the gameplay in Radiant Dawn is not the best. It's got a lot of issues. They took out support convos for who knows why. I really don't know why they took out supports. They did this weird bond system thing instead, which was really awkward. I guess you get the base conversations, but they're just not the same as the supports. But like all of the weaknesses in Radiant Dawn, I feel like were made up for in Path of Radiance. So you play both of the games together, and this is not a problem. All right, trailer is coming up in a couple of minutes, or actually, it should be up right now. Let's go ahead and refresh and see if it's there. Alright, trailer, are you there? Okay, the trailer is there. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and clean some of this stuff up. We'll leave the chat in. We'll go ahead and bring up the trailer here, and we'll go ahead and just get this started. All right, let me also not forget to hit record too, right? So, all right, boys, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, let me also not forget to turn the screen on like I forgot to do one time. Hey, what's poppin', sexies? It's your boy here, and we are back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. We got a new trailer. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, I swear to God, if this is not Engage, if it's Fallen Heroes, okay, but if it's not Engage, we're gonna have a problem. Oh, it's 3 houses. Okay. All right, here we go. We have at least we got Felix, right? So sword infantry type. It's Academy Felix too, by the way. Oh, they gave him godlike reflexes. Why didn't they just give him his shield thing? Or I guess maybe they're saving that for his non-Academy version, the time skip Felix. Okay, Lone Wolf, 16 might, 1 range, -1 special trigger. Unit's HP is over 25% at the start of combat. Grants the following effect to unit at the start of the turn. Or if unit's HP is over 25% at the start of combat, grants the following effect to unit after combat. If unit's special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants special cooldown count -2 to unit. If unit's special cooldown count is at its maximum value, -1, grants special cooldown count -1 to you. Oh, that's different. So Time's Pulse would actually work with this guy. Interesting. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants all stats of 5 to unit during combat, and reduces damage from attacks during combat and AoE specials by 30%. And also, if unit is not adjacent to an ally, inflicts attack speed and defense -5 on the foe during combat. Oh, wow. They gave him all stats up 5 and then 3 stats -5? That's pretty rare. They don't usually do that for new units, like give them that many stats. Well, I guess I say that. If Emblem gets, what, like +19 or some shit? Okay, -2 special cooldown, good for godlike reflexes. He gets that right away. And then he gets the -1 also if he has -1 prior. So he could just keep on remixing like godlike reflexes over and over, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, then we have attack and speed finish 4. We got attack and speed bulwark 3, pretty good. And then speed smoke 4. Looks like a really good fodder pull, honestly. And I guess it's good that godlike reflexes is not seasonal locked anymore. So, okay, they did a decent job here. Pretty solid unit. So if this is 3 houses, then who else is on here? Okay, base Rhea. Okay. Loving matriarch, sure. Wait, why is her face... Zonotaida, my man, or my girl, what's going on here? Why is this face? Alright, Rhea is a dragon colorless infantry type, sure. It's just me or her face is a little off. Oh, new ace skill. Okay. Revealing Breath, 16 might, 1 range, accelerate special trigger. If foe initiates combat, or if foe's HP is over 75% at the start of combat. Grants all stats up 5 to unit. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Inflicts guard on the foe per attack. And reduces damage from foe's follow-up attack by 30% of unit's res during combat. For standard weapons, follow-up attack means the second strike. Okay, so it's the same thing as Irvine, basically. If foe's range is 2, gets adaptive damage, of course. She is a dragon. So what do we have here? Recap. -1 special trigger, all stats of 5, guard. 30% DR on the foe's follow-up attack. Yeah, so not their initial hit, their second and third attack, or third and fourth attack, or their second attack. Kind of weird, okay. Why wouldn't they give that to her on the first attack? Alright, Glimmer, attack and res Scowl 4. With the eye of Sauron right there. That's the icon. Gotta love that. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP is over to 75% at the start of combat, grants attack and res up 7 to unit during combat. And also, if foe's attack can trigger foe's special and unit's res is greater than or equal to foe's res plus 5 during combat, inflict special count plus 1 on foe before foe's first attack. Okay, this is good. This is probably dragon locked, actually, if I think about it. I feel like this might be a dragon locked skill. Because this is the same thing that Brave Tiki does, where she can do the special cooldown plus 1 before the enemy hits you. This is a really strong skill. Yeah, oh boy. This is really good, man. Alright, then True Dragon Wall yet again. Okay. Alright, so she has the same transformation as the other Rhea. I mean, I guess why would they change it, right? But, like, I guess they could have did something different. Okay, base Sylvain, my man is... Oh, are we going to get Dorothea? Can we get Dorothea out of Seasonal Hell, please? So we got Sylvain out. Now we need to get base Dorothea. So, Axe Cavalry type. Alright, he's the demote, obviously. R.I.P. Both Sylvains are demotes. What's the deal with that? Allied Axe. Basically just joint drive, attack, and defense built into an axe. I don't know why anyone would run that. Not anymore. Well, I guess it's okay. The support is okay. Moonbow, attack and defense catch 3. Spur, attack and defense 2. He's Garbo. Wow. Why'd they do him so dirty? That is not okay. Alright, here we go. What are we getting? Ascended, Harmonic. No, we're getting rearmed Dorothea, it looks like. No, wait, it's not Dorothea. Okay, it's Ingrid. Time skip Ingrid. Wait, what? Is this a joke? Why is it time skip Ingrid, but then everyone else is Academy? Huh? Am I missing something here? What is this? Alright, she's a Lance Flyer. She's a rearmed hero, it looks like. Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Arcane Lewin. 16 might, 1 range. -1 special trigger. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants all stats of 5 to unit. Deals damage equal to 20% of unit's speed. Okay, that's juicy. Neutralizes foes' bonuses to speed and defense during combat. Also, if unit speed is better than foe's speed, neutralize, basically nullify. Wow, this is a really goddamn good weapon. Yeah, this is way better than Tana's weapon, or not Tana's. Way better than Alfred's rearmed weapon, I would say. Doesn't seem as good as Tana. Wait, hold on. Guard bearing 4. Hold on. Okay, we have Luna for the special. Knightly Devotion. Enables Kanto Rem +1. Unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally. Grants all stats +8 to unit. And neutralizes unit's penalties during combat. And recovers 7 HP to unit after combat. Okay, it's okay. Actually, all stats up 8 and Kanto Rem is pretty dope. And you get recovery. Neutralize your own penalty. Yeah, actually, on second thought, this is pretty good. Alright, then we have Guard Bearing 4. Inflicts speed and defense -4 on the foe during combat. Reduce damage from attacks during combat and AoE specials by X%. During unit's first combat initiated by foe each turn, X is 60. Otherwise, 30. Okay, this is way better than the OG Guard Bearing, which only worked on the first attack. Also, it was not this high a percent. Also, it didn't have speed and defense drops. So, this is a pretty good B skill. Is it better than Tana's Flyer thing 4? Guidance 4? No. But it's pretty good. I think her weapon is the main selling point here. This is a really strong inheritable weapon. Okay, so a very weird banner. I'm, like, actually livid right now that it's not engaged. And of all things, it's 3 houses, too, right? The game that they just... Oh, who is this? How do you say this? Vaser? I'm going to assume the K is silent, because this is what I've learned about pronouncing these Norse names, right? So the first letter or the second letter is usually silent. So her name is either Kaser or Vaser. Y'all take your pick. Which one do you think it is? I helped you because I was alone. Okay. She kind of this is a really awkward reference, but she kind of reminds me of Kezu from Monster Hunter, or at least the clothes she's wearing looks like Kezu's armor a little bit with the hood and the red. Her name also starts with a K, so all right, there we go. Yeah, Sylvain is going to be the demote, basically. This is a really weird banner choice, by the way. Okay, Sylvain and Felix, I get. Both of them are time skip. I don't know why Rhea's here. Like, what does Rhea have to do with these two? I guess Ingrid actually makes sense, too. Ingrid, Felix, and Sylvain kind of have, like, a back and forth. They have a lot of conversations with each other, but why is Ingrid time skip and everyone else isn't? Seems like a good opportunity. They could have just dropped Dorothea there. All right, sure. And we get the spark, so that's pretty much everything there is to say about the banner. Ingrid's weapon looks pretty insane. Felix has really good fodder. Like, this guy is a really good pickup. We got Bulwark there. We got Finish. Godlike reflexes. And he can just cycle back and forth with godlike reflexes with the way his weapon works. So, yeah, it's a pretty good banner with units that people were waiting on. Also, Rhea got a really good fodder skill here, too, with Scowl 4. I'm assuming this is Dragon Locked once again, but we'll see. So, yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think about all this. And this is your boy Tacho signing out, so take care, and R.I.P. Sylvain. Alrighty, boys. So that records the video there. Let's see what chat has to say. Alright, Kezu girl, let's go, yeah. Luis, that's exactly my thoughts. LOL, Ilita. Who said Ilita? Who is Ilita? You guys talking about her? Vaser or Kaser, whatever her name is. Hold on, I can't even get the screenshot. There. Okay, there she is, yeah. Who is Ilita? I actually don't even know who that is. I thought that was wasn't there like an anime movie thing with someone? Maybe it wasn't Ilita. Maybe it might have been Alita. I don't remember. Alita Battle Angel or something like that. Ray is here to bait up the banner along with Felix. Yeah, Jing Freaks. Hunter x Hunter fan. Shoutouts to Hunter x Hunter. If it ever comes back. Super Factorial. Not even a rouse skill for Sylvain. Yeah, dude, they did Sylvain so dirty. Not even his fodder is useful. There's just nothing good about him. Code Lyoko. Oh. I do remember Code Lyoko. I also don't remember ever watching it, though, so... Okay, that's who Ilita is. That's where she's from. Zedwell Boss says, it's a blue lion banner and Rhea in Hopes works with the kingdom. And I think it was the same in Black Eagle's route in 3 houses. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes a little sense. Alright, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and call the stream there. I got to go ahead and get the thumbnail ready and get the video up. So, thanks to everyone for stopping by and hanging out while we went ahead and did some runs, had a little fun there, and watched the trailer. And I guess I'll catch you guys again tomorrow when we get the data mines for all the new stuff. So, take care. Have a good night, everyone. And I'll see you guys then.